Actually, this is a question to Cori.
Uh-oh.
To the lead non-horse-drawing master, Coriander, and whoever else on crew wants to jump in, Colin. What's your favorite piece of art or craft that you've made in the past? What's one you've learned a lot on? And what's one that's fought you? And this is from Iris of Ether, who's probably asleep by now.
Thanks, Carrie.
I thought I had to put that out there right now, rather than wait till
The Shrek horse was great. Just as a, because I was doing, garbage in Blender, making a Shrek head in the sculpting thing, and then Featherweight asked me for the FBX file so that they could print it, and printed it huge.
Right.
And sent me a picture of that in like green PLA, and I was just like, I could stick this on a horse like one of those Barbie horses.
Right.
So I go to like the Value Village for weeks looking for a horse that was appropriate. So it did fight a bit, and then I had to rip the face off and glue the Shrek head on.
Competing with
And
like
then
My Little Pony fans for
Yeah.
for
Horse models.
yeah,
So that
for
one-
store horses.
That one I'm pretty proud of.
It is pretty great.
Stuff that's fought me is a lot of music stuff, just because I have a lot of problems associating the correct sounds with the notes, things like that. Still learning.
You did you learn an instrument?
Nope. Well, I took violin lessons.
Okay. So you could read music somewhat.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I can find C on a keyboard.
Right.
I can read some stuff.
Okay.
But I can't like read. I can generally be like, that one's higher than the one before, so it could be like blah, 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 blah.
Violin's so hard for that too, right? Because it's like it's based on like finger positions and stuff. Like when you're learning.
Yeah, it's fretless.
Yeah. So you're like, where do I put my finger to get the right sound? And,
But that wasn't the problem.
yeah.
I didn't want to play the violin.
There
And
is
it
fair-
wasn't a complete violin when I started. It was missing a bridge and didn't have a cheek or neck rest.
So barely a violin at this.
Barely a violin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Against my will.
Oh.
So,
Sucks.
just like modeling classes.
I can open the question to anybody else in the room. Favorite piece of art or craft that you've made in the past?
On a horse club.
One that you've learned a lot on? What's one that's fought you?
During the lockdown portion of the pandemic, I, like many other people, were out of work because I work in the hospitality industry. So kind of just to help make ends meet, I opened up an Etsy store with some crafts that I did. And over that, I was like, well, I kind of want to try doing other stuff that crafting wise. And I think my favorite thing that I ended up doing was I made screen accurate Necronomicon
Yeah,
out of
they're
journals.
great.
Holy crap. Wow. All right.
And I actually kind of, the thing that I fought with too was trying to figure out how to
Source human skin.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But for the vegan ones,
Right.
I had to kind of figure out well, how do I make the face on this thing so that it can still open like a journal, but it's not too heavy, but it'll still stick. And I ended up using bits of paper towel that I'd torn up and then soaked them in liquid latex to build up on the cover of the journal so it still has I can make the weird ripped skin texture and build up the features and bumps and all that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or do you treat it like a journal wrap, or you treat it was a whole bookbinding thing that you did?
They were just journal wraps. I've done some bookbinding in the past, but for these, I just get journal blanks.
Nice. Cool. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
This one's gonna be cheesy, I guess, because I used to make crafts with my niece a lot when she was younger, and it's so stupid. It's how was it? Nick Jr. Moose and Z. I don't know if anybody is a moose and a little owl, and we made little felt plushies of them, and it was like a really simple little thing. Like they had the design and everything, but like it was just fun because like my niece, she's like maybe 4 or something at that time, and it was just, I was babysitting I think that day, and so I was like, we're gonna do this, and I enjoyed that a lot.
That's right.
Like I mean, I learned to crochet, and I'm not that good at it, but I made a couple little like llamas and cats and foxes and everything that I do love those. I'm trying to work on making a sweater, like a cardigan, and that I guess is the one that's I get kind of bored with because it's just a lot of rows, and I'm like, and my hands start to hurt, so I kind of get distracted with that. But yeah, no, the best one was just making stuff with my niece like anytime.
Aw, that's really sweet.
And I mean, I guess that's maybe why she's so into art. I could always hope, like that. I'm so proud of her. She's so good at what she does.
And Sarah inspired her.
Yeah, I hope so. Not really. No, she's just very talented and I think very smart. So I just like having fun with her.
I think David missed the question.
Yes.
So it's like art thing you're most proud of, or that fought you the most,
Yeah, like
and or both. Just all the details.
Art or a craft, or like you even mentioned music, so that's even
Yeah, that's like art.
yeah, that counts.
Music is like art. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've done a lot of music stuff. I'm certainly proud of that. As far as crafting goes, I don't do a lot of most crafting, but I do some costume making. So I've done a couple of pretty cool costumes, group costumes together with my partner. We did one, we've done a few. We did, Halloween costumes. We did like a demon costume where I got a mask and, wired up lights in it so that I had glowing eyes.
Oh, that's
and I
rad.
had all that stuff, built like a cloak for it, and did that. Yeah, I've done some. We did a costume where we did the Fates, so there was 3 of us for that
nice.
group costume. Yeah, so we had, I was the one who measures, so I had, I went and found an actual meter stick, and then painted it black, and put like chains and decorations on it. So I had the meter stick to do that, and then we had like, really ornate like wrought iron scissors for the one who cuts, and then like a spool of golden thread for the, that was
Did you all get tangled up?
not too much. There were a few incidents.
You get a long stick and something
Yeah.
really pointy, and then just
Yeah.
a wire.
We had to move very, the dramatic slow movements.
This worm is getting
Oh my god.
Every time I make like a craft
and
for
the
like Loading
syringes.
Ready Live or something that comes out well, I'm like, oh my god, I can actually do it. Because when I was in school, that whole gifted program thing was also on the same day we had art class, which I was very happy about because I hate art class. Just
Oh, so you didn't have to do art because you're gifted.
because I was in the gifted program, we had to do.
How
like,
long did that gift last, Beach?
well,
It's humanities when you have STEM,
yeah,
right?
right, exactly. we did an awful lot of like creative things, like I don't want to get into it. It doesn't matter. But, like, there's lots of things that we did do that were like crafting stuff, but it somehow seemed more interesting because it was like applied as opposed to just like make a color wheel and like who cares.
Yeah.
But
I went to a technical school and I was allowed to use any of the shop tools in any of the shops
holy crap,
for my art stuff.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Did not do any welding, but I did get to like cut steel beams and stuff like that.
I feel like welding's a skill I'd like to learn.
That was, and my high school, it was supposed to be an elective available, and I could never find it. I think they got rid of it, like just as I went into high
Okay.
school and everything. I was so mad because I was like, I would love to do that.
I think maybe one of my more recent things that I'm the most proud of, though, that I did, that's like creative, is the bonus stream theme.
It's true.
I
That turned
want
out
you to
very
do
well.
more. It's so good, Beach.
We had filmed that prior to, like, we filmed the video, And then it was like, well, we need a theme for this, and I'm like, yeah, I can probably put something
Yeah.
together, and decide that I'll just do an acapella version of it. And
Do you
it was-
remember the fruit chicken video we just watched?
Yes.
That made me think about the bonus
Oh.
stream intro. I was just like, Beach could do this.
Yeah.
Beach could make a chicken out of a lemon.
I think I recorded it while people were playing Dice Friends in Studio
Yeah.
C, so everybody could hear me
Yeah.
yelling into the microphone in Studio B in Spark 5. But it was a lot of fun to do that. But what I had to do was I had to time out what the video was, and I had to time out all the things I needed to do, because we were like, when the fingers slide in to put stuff down, nobody had edited this video to work with a beat. Like, there wasn't even like, when we're recording it, put like a click track or something in the background so you know that everything has to land at a certain time. I just had to figure out what's the beat here to make sure that when everything's coming in, that it's satisfying to listen to. So that when it comes out, then it's, because we don't always follow that with editing. It's like you pick a piece of music and you put it behind there and you move everything around to fit. So I was like, well, if I'm going to record this better be the final version of the video, because I'm not going to go back and re-record it all. So everything I did was all done on either my voice or smacking myself in the chest. It was great. Yeah, I'd love to do more of those.